Hello everyone, my apartment is a total mess, but we're not going to talk about it right now. I'll clean up tomorrow. Anyway, I had a really hectic Friday, and normally I plan my meal prep for the week on Fridays, so didn't get to do that. And today is Saturday and I got a meal prep for the next week because it usually takes Sundays chill. So here comes the dilemma because I don't know what to make. And I also thought I wanted to make my meal prep videos slightly more interesting than just documenting for accountability, because if it's accountability, might as well make it interesting, right? So I thought maybe for this video, I can plan live yet again and show you how it's done, show you how I come up with the idea for this week specifically, and just to get another entry in the books. Because consistency matters, and I really want to form a healthy habit when it comes to meal prepping instead of resorting to just improvising on fast food every single day. So yeah, that's the premise of me talking to you right now instead of diving straight into the meal prep. I took a survey of my fridge content, and I recently got a large order of Porter Road, which is a butcher, an online butcher, and I got some high quality chili grind. I had their flat iron steak for dinner and it was so good. So I really wanted to use some of the chili grinds that I had. So what I'm thinking is that I went to Costco yesterday and I got a case of tomatoes. So I could hypothetically do a chili and then serve it with some buns as like a slider situation. Because, you know, remember in my previous videos I talked about I always aim for proteins, carbs, and fats, at least a healthy balance of the three. So with the beef, the tomato, and just overall the mishmash of the chili, I hypothetically would get enough intake in terms of a protein in the meal. However, I really want to incorporate more carbs too, because I don't want to be hyper focused on, say, just protein and totally ignore all the other macronutrients. So yeah, maybe the buns, I'll do like a slider situation with the chili. That should be pretty good. What else? I cut up a bag of chicken yesterday to make dinner, and I had about 20 ounces of it left over. So maybe I'll do some air fryer. You know what I can do? How about we make it an Instant Pot only meal prep this week? Because for the chili, I usually would just use the Instant Pot and put it on high pressure for like a few minutes for the chili to cook itself. But I also have an air fryer lid for the Instant Pot. So maybe we could just do everything within the Instant Pot. How cool would that be? Alright, let's write everything down. Okay, let's write everything down. So I was looking up, recipes, and I thought, what does a chili need? It needs black bean, right? And then I remember I had these from probably 2 years ago. I have no idea if I can just cook them in an Instant Pot without really soaking them. I think it's possible. I was just looking it up on Google, and I don't know if I need to cook them separately first. Although like the beans look fine. They look pretty good. I don't know, a lot of the times meal prepping is about looking into your pantry and dig out those old ingredients that will go bad if you don't use them and try to find creative uses for them. So yeah, I think I'm about done. I will definitely try to do the air fried chicken first because that is the easiest. Maybe I'll serve the chicken with sweet potatoes. Just because it's just pure chicken. I haven't had any vegetables. I mean, vegetables I can put in a handful of spinach into the meal prep container, and then when they're microwaving, they'll just cook at the same time. So I have that taken care of, but it's just there's no carb. Can I do without carb for this meal? I want carbs. I want carbs. Maybe I'll air fry some sweet potatoes too for the carbs in there. Yeah, so we have the chili with the slider and then the chicken with the sweet potatoes. And breakfast, I think I'm just gonna wing it. I just can't give two shits right now. All right, well, I feel like I didn't give you much information, but just to show you how I go about planning. There really isn't that much planning. A lot of the time is come as you go, like you improvise as you go. But you know, that's the fun in it, I guess. All right, let's do this. Let's just do this.
对，我现在好想报对了，刚出去旅游，我也是。我这都好久没有旅游了。我也好久没有旅游了，就疫情以来第一次做旅游，连国内都没有旅游。的话是。
12 a.m. I was zooming with a bunch of my high school friends and we just got carried away. I managed to get the chicken done, oops, as you can see here, so I'm gonna pack those up, but the chili will probably have to wait until tomorrow, which is okay. It's okay. We'll just continue tomorrow, which gave me the perfect chance actually soak my beans overnight. You know, it ended up working out. Alright, with that being said, I'm gonna call it good night here. I'll clean up everything or clean up as much as I can, and then tomorrow we'll resume. Hello. Despite the fact that you just saw me make the morning latte of the day, it is actually much later now. I just got back from lab. I had a couple of samples I need to process, and I just pushed the chili down the line of the schedule. So that's why you're seeing me at almost 5:30 p.m. And it was snowing outside, so what a depressing day. Anyway, I thought we would just pick up where we left off last night. I also realized I forgot to cook off the sweet potato chunks to serve with the chicken. So what I'm going to do is actually make it into the chili, so I don't have to air fry them separately, because I already packed up the air fryer basket thing for the Instant Pot. So I did cut up some onion last night, which is good. And I have the sweet potato chunks that I'll cut into pieces. And got some freshly thawed chili grind and diced tomato to help with the flavor. God, if I'm doing like food YouTube, for like a hobby, I'm gonna be horrible at this. Seasoning wise, we have salt and pepper, paprika, cumin, cayenne, and the soaked black beans I'm going to drain off, oregano, sugar, ooh, bell pepper. Got bell pepper, and I also found a zucchini, so I'm gonna use up the zucchini as well. I also have a few tomatoes I'm gonna wash to help with the texture. I guess you could do without actual fresh tomatoes, but I just feel like in a chili you want some bite to it from the tomato. Is that what they say? I don't fucking know. Anyway, so that is all the material that I have. I think I'm just gonna whip this out super quickly. The sliders I already have, so I'm gonna pack them the day off. And basically I'm just gonna make this high pressure 10 minutes, for example, and dump them into a big container, and I just portion out every day that I'm gonna bring them to lunch. You see, it's not always cut and dry, everything's prepped and I just go off of the plan. A lot of improvisation comes into play here. But like I said before, it's the fun in it. The improvisation is the fun in meal prepping. And it's what got me into it in the first place, and it's what kept me going for so long. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's just do this. Okay. Hello. I noticed I didn't have enough chili grind for the amount of veggies that I'm putting in, so I'm gonna include some more beef stew meat. Like I said, I got a very big order at Porter Road, so let's get cooking. Okay, the Instant Pot is going, and I realized I definitely went overboard with how much stuff goes into the chili. We'll see how it goes. We'll adjust as they finish. I hope I didn't overfill the Instant Pot, but if I did... Anyway, we'll check back in 30 minutes. Because I realized that Instant Pot had a chili function. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, it's gonna be so much chili for this week. I can even have them for dinner. Like, it's awesome. Don't judge me. Okay. Alright, have an hour. Okay, let's release the pressure, shall we? It smells really good though. Oh, nice. Oh my god. I think I definitely need to reduce the water a little bit. Maybe I'll add a little bit of cornstarch. But this is so good. Actually, I'm gonna need a little salt. This is when I wish I had, you know, MSG. That would really make it pop. Or should I add some ketchup? Is it a thing? Do you add ketchup to chilies? I approve. Alright, I'm gonna let it reduce. I'm gonna make a cornstarch story. Well, as I'm here monitoring the chili as it thickens up, I thought I would give a really brief update in regards to myself, my life. First of all, since you last saw me, since I last talked to the camera, which I believe is for the New Year's goals video, I am officially done with my Invisalign. Probably have some clips overlaid here. Hello, today is a very exciting day. I got my, what? I just dropped it. I got my Invisalign aligner, well not aligner, retainer, because I'm officially done with my treatment. It's an incredibly short treatment, I told you, but I'm so happy that it's done, that I can eat whatever without worrying about attachments falling off, so that is awesome. And yeah, just a very brief update. I'm so happy. But yeah, now back to work. Yeah, super excited. The retainers are basically my last set of aligners. They fit really well. Now I wear them part-time. I'm supposed to wear them full-time for like 6 weeks before I switch, but yeah, it won't matter. Anyway, the second update I wanted to give was, remember the video I did with Dr. Rister about how to write a conference abstract? And I submitted my abstract on PRMT5 to experimental biology, specifically ASPET. And so excited to announce that your girl is doing an oral presentation and a poster at EB in April in Philadelphia. I was here, let me insert my reaction and then we'll talk. So I was eating and I got like an Outlook notification for emailing, like, and oh my fucking god, I am going to be presenting an oral presentation and a poster session. I mean, it's exciting, but at the same time, the social anxiety within me, I'm not even there, and it's already skyrocketing. Oh my god. It's okay. Why am I over the top with this? I shouldn't be freaking out about this, but I am. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, so you see, I freaked the fuck out because I don't know what they saw in me to give me this opportunity to do the oral presentation. And this is going to be my first ever conference presentation. And according to my postdoc, his first presentation was only 3 minutes. So I feel extremely grateful that mine is actually 10. Anyway, that is very exciting. I actually have a slew of seminar presentations to give in March leading up to the ED week, which is the first week of April. And right after that, I think in May, I am going to Chicago for a week for my law school in-person meeting. So it's going to be really jam-packed, a couple of months, but I am grateful that it is even happening, because for so long I felt like I was at a standstill with nothing working out, with no success whatsoever, and I started questioning why I was doing this in the first place. So now having this, I wouldn't call it success, but having this small progress is really just amazing, and it's better than nothing. And I really need to remind myself to constantly be grateful for what I already have. I was already nervous about the April meeting, but now I'm just overall excited, just trying to see where it goes. I'll get to take vlog along for April, which is going to be interesting. We'll see. I haven't thought about it, so. But thank you to Dr. Rister for helping me with learning how to write an abstract and to look over my fake abstract on a domino project, which is a really valuable experience. So thank you, Dr. Lister. The chili is pretty thick. I'm sure it tastes good. It smells heavenly. Can guarantee you that much. So I'm probably just gonna pack this up and call it a night. I'll have to work on some of my law school assignments and plan for the experiments this coming week. I have my committee meeting coming up. I am providing them with an update on my progress. So they're gonna be really excited to find out that I'm going to give an oral presentation. Right now, I'm just trying to push towards a first author publication, and then maybe I can ask for a graduation date. It's always weird asking for, you know, when can I defend, because it's really hard for us students to gauge how much we've done. Like, is it enough for us to ask for a defense, or are we just way over, you know, ahead of ourselves? So that is a balance that I have to achieve, but hopefully we're planning on submitting for publication in September. So maybe I can ask for spring of next year, if not summer of next year. Either way, I want to beat the average, which is 5.5 years for my institution, or for my major in general in the United States. But we'll see. At this point, I can't push it. I just want to do the best that I can, gain as much experience as I can, network as much as I can, and just one step at a time. Can't freak out over the future, because if that's the case, it's gonna be really depressing. Anyway, I have been babbling for way too long. I will probably cut the video here as I continue stirring this and hoping that it doesn't splatter my face. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week for whatever video I'm gonna upload. Alright, good night.